Have you ever wondered what somebody's body looks like after losing 60 pounds?
In this video, we're gonna be reacting to people who have lost over 60 pounds in our weight loss program.
Don't wait, lose weight.
The first person that we're gonna be reacting to is our guy, Mason. Mason was a young buck, obviously in this picture, and he lost over 60 pounds in our program. In fact, he lost 80 pounds in just 8 months. Dude absolutely crushed it. And by looking at his picture, you can tell that he lost close to 10 pounds a month. So if we deeply analyze, Angelo, what's the first thing that you notice on Mason?
So when I look at his body, when I look at someone that's overweight, the first thing that you notice is the stomach. So what I notice on his body is that he's a lot more straight out. He's a lot more elongated on his body and more standing straight up. And as you can see, he has the phone in front of his face on the first picture, pretty much covering his face. And if you ever wondered why people cover their face in pictures, it's because they have some sort of insecurity going on within the double chin, within their mouth, somewhere on their body they feel insecure. So as you can see in the second picture though, it's a little bit lower. Not saying that he completely got rid of those insecurities, but he did a lot better in the second time.
And even if it's not an insecurity in the second picture, it could be that's where he's most comfortable holding his picture. We don't know, but going on to look at Mason's body, what I noticed from his body is definitely his chest. Right? So when we're overweight or obese, our nipples tend to have those co-nipples, and a lot of overweight guys struggle with gyno. And thankfully, gyno is something that we never struggle with. And in Mason's case, it doesn't look like he struggled with gyno much. It seems as if his man boobs just came from the overwhelming amount of weight that was being held in his chest area. And as you can see in the second picture, he actually has a line going down his stomach and it's starting to form. Another thing that I noticed about the definition in his body is the biceps. So at the top, his biceps have very little to no muscle. And then the second one, you can clearly see he actually has definition in the bicep that he's flexing. You can see it's starting to have that tennis ball effect. As you can also see, his shoulders on the back end are getting more defined, something that he didn't have in the first picture. Next up, we have Blake. Blake lost over 60 pounds in our program, and the results speak for themselves. This is one of the major transformations inside of our program where somebody comes out on the other end with shredded abs. Blake, we know that you didn't have a crazy amount of weight to lose. He was a little bit younger, but 60 pounds is 60 pounds, right, Angelo?
Yeah, he looks like he definitely lost 60 pounds. He looks like he got more shredded. He started to do some sort of cardio for sure.
He did our program. Of course he did cardio.
Yeah, he looks like he leaned up so much. And quite frankly, when he's standing to his side, he doesn't even look like the same person. In his face looks like he slimmed down a ton. His overall stomach area, that's the number one area people look at when you're wanting to lose weight, is the stomach area. People always say, how do I just lose my stomach? Well, if you want to lose your stomach, you got to make sure you drink more water, you start doing HIIT workouts or cardio, and you watch your diet. And as you can see right here, he got muscular, he got his diet right. He probably drank a gallon of water per day, and he just looks overall incredible.
Let's talk about that V-line though, because he definitely grew into it. When you check out his abs, right, we're looking at the stomach. He did not have any sort of V-line from before. I mean, yes, he has that natural hip to stomach action going on, but in the second picture, he absolutely trimmed down all the side fat. And the cool thing about losing weight is when you put your hands to the side, you no longer feel your love handles hanging there anymore. You get the ability to have space. You have space where you can walk side to side and not constantly hit your fat on the side of your body. That was one of the most annoying parts for us in our weight loss journey is we were so wide and we took up so much width that anytime we walked, anytime somebody sat next to us on the couch, they would feel our mere presence because of how wide we were and how large our love handles were. In Blake's case, he was starting to develop some very gnarly love handles. Super big on the sides. They were overgrowing his shorts that he's wearing. But in the second picture, his shorts fit tight to his waist. And that's something that we experience now. Yes, we still have loose skin and we still have a little bit of hangover here, but we were over 330 pounds. In Blake's case, he didn't have that much weight to lose. So if you don't have that much weight to lose and people ask, am I gonna have loose skin if I lose weight? Well, it always comes down to the question, how much do you weigh right now? If you're anywhere from, we would say 240 pounds to 260 pounds, you're in a very safe space. But once you start reaching that 260 threshold and passing that, that's where you put yourself in the danger zone of having loose skin for the rest of your life. Angelo, what's your opinion on loose skin, Angelo?
Quite frankly, loose skin is just something that you're gonna have to deal with if you do weigh over 280 pounds. Maybe even up to 300 pounds is where we would really put the limit at if you're gonna have loose skin. But it just depends.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it just depends on your body. If you're short and you're wide, you might have loose skin. At the end of the day, all that really matters is that you do the weight loss journey. So find out, see if you're actually gonna have it. For us, we didn't really care if we were gonna have loose skin or not. We just knew we were gonna lose weight. And I can tell you for sure, looking back, I'm much more glad that I've lost weight than sitting there worrying about if I'm gonna have loose skin. You know that's not a real excuse. That's just the only excuse you have for not taking action. And quite frankly, it's a lame one because this is much better than being obese. Ask the girls around. Girls think the same thing, everybody thinks the same thing. Loose skin is a trophy, and you will look amazing regardless after losing weight. Your face is gonna get slimmer, your body's gonna get toned up, you're gonna feel healthier, you're gonna feel more alive. Then if you're just overweight and depressed and judging everything and being mad.
Next up, we have our guy, Matt. Matt absolutely crushed it. The first thing that I noticed is his towel is dingy and it kind of hangs from the bottom of his stomach. And truthfully, it doesn't look like he's supposed to even be that big. And to give you a little background on Matt, he's actually a very good lacrosse player. He went to college, I believe, for a year to play lacrosse. And being a lacrosse player, you're not necessarily a bigger person. You're more agile. You're more shaped like a soccer player or a rugby player. A lot more agile. So he was probably playing at a lot heavier than most of his peers.
On his body, it looks like he was a skinny guy that ended up getting bigger. And if you look at his transformation, this is how most people want to look like after they lose weight. Now, quite frankly, we fell into the idea of after you lose weight, you have to build a bunch of muscle. But really what we wanted to lose weight for was to look skinny and hear the word skinny come out of someone's mouth when they were referring to us. Matt clearly did that. And on top of that, he got into a relationship with somebody that we're going to blow out her face because he obviously didn't want her. They actually broke up. But he just looks a lot more skinny with the jawline. His stomach is now flat. That looks like a size shirt that would be down 2 sizes. And just compare it, look at his eyes. It looks like he's looking at a version of himself that he just absolutely is in disgust with.
Another thing that I noticed is he's starting to get facial hair. So I believe he was 17, 18 years old. He was starting to get the stubble, the facial hair, just kind of let himself go. And most people who are overweight or obese, they let their facial hair grow and they don't really care about shaving. They have stubble all over the place and they're just kind of dingy overall. And when you go to the second picture, he is cleaned up. I would go as far as to say that his chest is shaved, the rest of his body shaved. When you're overweight, you don't care about having hair all over you. You just feel like a big behemoth and reaching those places doesn't really matter to you because it's just there. But when you're smaller, you can actually reach those hard to reach places and shave. As you can see, his arm has a little bit less hair. I don't know, maybe it's the same, but this is just an inference. I know for a fact that in my weight loss journey, I definitely shaved basically my whole body and I feel a lot cleaner than when I was over 300 pounds. I would just let hair grow all over me and I just felt gross and I would stink all the time. He looks clean, got himself cleaned up, got himself a girl, got himself feeling skinny, it looks like.
He looks like he cares about his appearance now. He definitely looks like he did his hair a lot better before. In the first picture, you can kind of just see that he kind of just let his hair fall to the side here with a little bit of string going in the front. But in this second picture, he cares about how he looks and his appearance. So that's a W right there for him.
Don't be a weenie, guys. Listen, we're gonna be the ones that are here telling you the truth because we care and we've been there before and we know what's on the other side of our weight loss journey. A life that we could have never imagined. If we had stayed the same, I would have never been able to put this mic on my nipple and let it hang. Like, that is freaking cool. I think that's cool. Angelo, don't you think that's cool? Hey, you could do the same thing. You could put a mic on your nipple and talk to a camera and help thousands of people lose weight. But you have to tap into it and believe that you are worth it. We believe that you're worth it. We believe you can lose as much weight as you want. And if you need help, we will guide you there every step of the way. Click the link in the description below and you can experience the same amount of weight loss success as all these guys that we just showed you in this video.
We can't wait to see you in our program. And as always, don't wait, lose weight.